Good morning, guys. This is Naushad. We've got Andrew here, who's our expert on
Hello.
mobile security, and we thought we'll quickly do a quick recording of the application, just so you guys understand. This is perhaps the fastest way to show you how this thing works, how the demo works. So we've got a little laptop over here, and we've got a smartphone, and I will now leave it to Andrew to explain what he's trying to show here.
Okay, so if we look at the cell phone screen, that is the first screen of the application, and basically the application shows simulated interaction and account management for John Smith, who is banking with the fictitious organization Cantosa Bank. And if you look at the browser screen that shows the backend perspective of the application, we'll see that currently John Smith accounts have certain number of balances pre-populated, and one of the account, which is main account, has some transaction history in the form of one transaction happened before. So what we are about to see both on the cell phone and the laptop, specifically on the laptop, we'll see how balances will be changing as a result of transfer funds action executed from the cell phone, and additionally on the back end with the audit log section at the bottom, we'll see everything that will be recorded in terms of actually wire transfer of the messages, XML messages, along with the methods that are called on the back end with parameters and security credentials. So let's go back to the cell phone screen. On this screen we see that the user is required to enter his first name, password, and select a certificate. This application uses two-factor authentication in the form of username, password, and the second factor of authentication is digital certificate that's installed on this device, so that the backend will be authenticating requests based on both security tokens. As you can see, I can scroll left and right to pick up one of the certificates currently installed on my device, and I installed one of them which is issued to John Smith, and all I need to do, the username is pre-populated, and all I need is to enter the password. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna enter the password, and now you see at the bottom right side there is a login menu, so I'm gonna click the login button, and you see the spinning wheel. That's when the transaction and message is now flying to the backend system over the internet. Now the message is traveling over HTTPS, so that provides transport level security, along with the digital certificate attached to the message, so it is signed also using that certificate, and username, password obviously also is traveling over HTTPS in the encrypted form. So as you can see now, I switch to next screen, which shows me the summary of my accounts, of John Smith accounts. And again, if we'll look at the browser screen, we'll make sure that this is exactly the same amounts that are shown. So now let's go back to this cell phone screen. And we see that we have two menu options in the left: refresh, to refresh the screen and look at the new state of the accounts, or go to the menu. But before we do that, let's take a look back at the browser screen and look what actually happened when we logged in. If I refresh, click refresh button on the browser, and now I should be seeing two audit logs happened on the screen. The first audit log record, it's timestamp, and it shows that the login operation was called and it succeeded with the username, password, and most importantly the backend identified the certificate that came from this request. As a result of the login method generates a unique session ID that will be used in subsequent calls, so that next calls are happening faster with the same level of security. So let's go back to the cell phone screen and observe what kind of options we have under the menu. So if I click, we'll see that we have three options: to transfer funds, view transactions of the currently selected account, or exit application. So let's do the transfer funds. So I click enter, and I will go to the next screen. The next screen shows me list of my available accounts with their current balances, and I can select from which account I can alter from which account to which account I want to make transfer. So let's say I want to make it from my main account to, let's say, my savings account, and if I scroll down, I should be able to enter the amount. Let's say I want to enter $200. The menu options on this screen either cancel or transfer, so we'll do the transfer. And as soon as I hit the transfer button, there will be a transaction initiated from the cell phone, and the screen will go back to my account summary after transaction completed. So I hit the transfer again. I see the spinning wheel that indicates that now the message is in transit. And I'm back to my screen, and as you can see on my cell phone screen, the balances on the accounts changed. The main account has now $9,800, and the saving accounts really received $200 credit. So let's go back to the browser screen and refresh its screen. We'll see that the same exact balances are now appear on the backend system. The transaction history received debit on the main account and credit on the savings account, and the transaction log shows that we had a transaction funds function executed with this specific session key that was received as a result of the successful login. It shows from what account number transaction happened, to which account number it happened, and what amount. So if we go back to our screen on a cell phone, and I'll try to execute from cell phone my menu option view transactions for the currently selected account, and I have selected main account. As you can see, it's selected as in green, and I hit again and I select this menu option. Again, we have the spinning wheel, and the next screen shows my transaction history, and I see two transactions, one that was initiated a while ago, and this is the current one. It shows that I have a debit of $200. So now I can hit back to go back to my screen, and from the menu option select exit to exit application. That completes the short presentation.